Deep within a lush green forest, the animals were buzzing with excitement. The air was filled with anticipation and the sounds of rustling leaves and chirping birds. It was the day of the Great Forest Race, the event everyone had been waiting for all year. The challenge was to reach the top of Whispering Mountain, the highest peak in the land. It was a daunting task that tested both speed and endurance. 3 animals stepped forward, eager to prove their speed and determination. Each one had their own unique strengths.
There was Hunter, the mighty eagle, soars high in the sky with powerful wide wings, sharp eyes that see far, and can dive as fast as a rocket.
Bonnie the bunny hopped with enthusiasm, her long legs ready to sprint. She was light on her feet and full of energy.
And then there was Toby the tortoise, his movements slow and steady. He was known for his persistence and never give up attitude.
The other animals chuckled, wondering why Toby even bothered. They couldn't imagine him keeping up with the others.
He'll never make it, they whispered amongst themselves, doubting his chances.
Toby, however, remained focused, his eyes on the distant peak. He knew that slow and steady could win the race, and he was determined to prove it. The race began with a loud crack as Owl, the wise judge, snapped a twig. Hunter soars up, his wings spread out powerfully. Bonnie followed closely, her white tail bobbing. Toby started slowly, his sturdy legs carrying him at a measured pace.
He wasn't bothered by the laughter echoing behind him. Toby believed in himself and his steady approach.
The sun climbed higher as the animals raced through the forest. The sound of the river grew louder as they neared the mountain's base. Hunter, feeling confident, boasted about his lead. He was sure that his speed would guarantee him victory. He was ahead of Bonnie, who was starting to tire. Hunter felt invincible, his strides long and powerful. Reaching a patch of juicy berries, Freddy decided to take a break. The berries looked too delicious to pass up, and he thought a short rest wouldn't hurt.
I'm so fast, he thought. No one can catch up to me. I have plenty of time. He lay down, savoring the sweet taste of the berries.
Bonnie, exhausted from the initial sprint, stopped beneath a shady tree. She needed to catch her breath and gather her strength.
I'll rest for a bit, she panted. Just a short break, she thought, to regain her energy. That mountain isn't going anywhere. She gazed at the distant peak, feeling a mix of determination and fatigue.
Meanwhile, Toby plodded on, never stopping, never rushing. His pace was slow but steady, and he knew consistency was key. He crossed the river carefully, making sure not to slip on the wet stones, and began his steady climb up Whispering Mountain. Each step was deliberate, his focus unwavering as he moved closer to his goal.
The sun began to set, casting long shadows across the forest, painting the landscape in hues of orange and gold.
Oh no, I've rested too long. I must hurry.
Hunter, realizing he had rested too long, rushed towards the mountain with all his might, his heart pounding in his chest. He saw Bonnie still asleep under the tree, blissfully unaware of the race, and hurried past her without a second thought.
I can't believe how much time I've wasted. I need to catch up. Toby, meanwhile, was steadily making his way up the winding path of Whispering Mountain, his pace unchanging. He was tired, but he kept moving, his eyes fixed on the peak, determined to reach the top.
Just keep going, one step at a time, slow and steady.
The other animals saw Toby's silhouette against the setting sun, a symbol of perseverance and determination. They couldn't believe how high he had climbed, inching closer to the peak with every step. Their hearts sank as they realized he was close to winning, understanding the true meaning of the race. The animals watched in amazement as Toby, the slowest of them all, reached the top of Whispering Mountain. He had done it! He had won the Great Forest Race!
I can't believe it.
How did he do it?
Hunter and Bonnie arrived at the finish line, breathless and disappointed.
We underestimated him.
Toby the tortoise, against all odds, has won the Great Forest Race.
Owl, the wise judge, presented Toby with a garland of wildflowers. The other animals cheered, finally understanding the tortoise's quiet strength. That day, all the animals learned a valuable lesson from Toby. It wasn't about being the fastest or the strongest, but about never giving up.
It's about steady progress and determination.
Toby the tortoise, despite being the slowest, had shown them the true meaning of perseverance.
And so the story of Toby's triumph became a legend in the forest.
The story of Toby's triumph became a legend in the forest, reminding everyone that with persistence, even the most challenging goals can be achieved.